So let's be honest, the 90s was a terrible decade for zombie movies. The 80s was awesome, but the 2000s was easily the best, the biggest ever for zombie movies. So here's my ranking of the best and worst zombie movies of the noughties. So first up, we've got Black Sheep. This is a New Zealand zombie movie. I saw it years ago. It's about sheep becoming zombies. It's pretty stupid. It was meant to be called the Violence of the Lambs, which is probably a better name. It's a bit silly. It's not the worst film I've ever seen, so I'm gonna stick it in. I'm gonna stick it in Cold Corpse. So next up, we've got Planet Terror. This was part of Tarantino's and Robert Rodriguez double bill. And it's a grindhouse movie. It's meant to be silly. It's not meant to be taken seriously. I prefer Death Proof, the other half of it. This was perfectly fine. Not one of my favorites. I'm gonna stick Planet Terror in Cold Corpse. No, I'm gonna stick it in Slight Decay, somewhere in the middle. It's not. It's not terrible. Next up, we got the French zombie movie, The Horde. This has some great scenes. It's not as brilliant as I hoped it was. People were raving about this when it first came out. I kind of watched it quite recently because I was starting the zombie channel, but it's okay. It's not amazing. I'll probably stick it in Slight Decay again, somewhere in the middle. Next up, we got Zombieland. Now, I'm not a huge fan of this movie, but it's a pretty good film. It's got some flaws, but it's very funny, and I really enjoy seeing Woody Harrelson in anything he does. I'm going to stick this in Dead Good. Okay, this one, I watched this on DVD when it came out. It's called Flight of the Living Dead. I'm sure it was called something else. Dead Flight, maybe when it first came out. Either way, it's pretty shit. It's about zombies on a plane. It's got a really low level cast. Yeah, this is pretty shit. I'm gonna stick this in rotten shit right at the bottom. Okay, next up, we've got Fido. Now, I recently talked about this in my Hidden Gem zombie movie video, and I really like this movie. It's very underrated. It's about zombies that get domesticated because they got like a collar on. It's very much a hidden gem. I'd highly recommend it. Got Billy Connolly, and I would stick this in Dead Good. Okay, this was another one on my hidden gems, and it was Dead Girl. Quite a disturbing premise about a zombie woman who's tied up, and all these teens are having their wicked way with her. It's disturbing but watchable. I really like this movie, and I would stick this in Dead Good. Okay, next up. Look, I this is Resident Evil 2 Apocalypse. I did not like this movie one bit. I found it so stupid. They had zombies come out of the ground somehow, even though it's a virus. Too much sort of. I know it was meant to be a computer game, but it was way too computer gamey for me. And I'm just not a big fan of this film. I'm going to stick this for me in rotten shit. I hated it when it came out. Next up, we've got the Spanish zombie movie, found footage movie, Wreck. Great movie. It's about like a film crew following the fire department into an apartment building, and it gets taken over by zombies. It's pretty much the basics, but done really well. And I'm going to stick this in Dead Good. Right. Next up, I've mentioned this on previous videos. Oh, we've got Return of the Living Dead 4 Necropolis. I love Return of the Living Dead. I know I keep talking about it. This is absolute dog shit. This is so bad. It's a TV movie. It was made really cheap. No terrible cast. I don't want to talk about this too much because I fucking hate it. It bugs me that it exists. Just going straight into rotten shit. Next up, we got Wreck 2. Now, I don't think it's as good as the first because you got a team of kind of mercenaries going in. And not that obviously, like I love Predator and you got mercenaries getting taken out by the Predator. But the first one is kind of normal people up against zombies. And this one is people who should be able to stop the zombies, but they don't. They got sort of helmet cams on. And yeah, it's not as good as the first one. It's still pretty good. It kind of changes the law or reveals the law anyway that these aren't zombies in the traditional sense. They're possessed. Still a zombie movie. And I would stick this in Slight Decay. So somewhere in the middle. Next up, we've got Resident Evil 3 Extinction. Now, I personally think this is the best of the bunch. This was not directed by Paul Anderson, and it's the best one. I think it's the most zombie like. It might not be anything like the games. I haven't played the games, but a lot of people say it deviates too much. As a zombie fan, I don't care. This feels like a proper zombie movie. Still got elements of the first two where she's like kind of like a superhero, but you got some badass zombie moments. You got a little bit of Day of the Dead in it with the interrogation of the zombie, or the domestication of the zombie. I'm gonna stick this in Dead Good. I know it's a high one, but tough. Okay, next up, we've got Resident Evil 1. Again, I don't mind this film. Again, it's not the best film ever made. It's not shit by any means. It's quite enjoyable. The problem is they reveal that it's an underground base at the start. That should have been a twist. And they assumed that everyone watched it has played the game, but that's not true. A lot of people hadn't played the games. I hadn't played the games. So it would have been a really good twist. So I'm going to stick this in Slight Decay. Next up, we got a British zombie movie called The Zombie Diaries. Don't remember many diaries in it, but it is okay. Look, it's a very cheap British zombie movie, and it's ambitious because it's a proper apocalypse. Very hard to do on a low budget. It's, n- I'm going to stick this in Slight Decay because it's kind of a swing and a miss. Got to give it a little bit of respect. Next up, we got Return of the Living Dead 5, Rave to the Grave, about these pills that got trioxin in that turns people ravers into zombies. Oh my god, it's shit. It was made back to back with Necropolis. It's just as crap. It's going straight into rotten shit. Next up, we got Autumn, based on the best-selling book series. It's a British zombie movie about one day everybody just kind of collapses and dies, and then one day they just come back up. There's not much explanation other than that. It's a strange phenomena. Got Dexter Fletcher in it. Very low budget. I haven't read the book, so I can't compare. Not that good, not terrible, but stick it in Cold Corpse. Right, next up, we got George Romero's Diary of the Dead. What a fucking piece of shit. I love found footage. I love zombies. I love George Romero. None of those elements worked. It's like an old man trying to figure out TikTok. He doesn't really understand how phone footage works. You put music in it, like a soundtrack, doesn't work. It's not scary. The makeup is not good because it's the early on of the zombies. It's not. It's there's no decay. Hated this movie. Rotten shit. Next up, we got Night of the Living Dead 3D. Look, because there's no copyright with Night of the Living Dead, anybody can make a Night of the Living Dead film. He didn't copyright it back in the 60s. Yeah, this is one of the knockoffs. It's crap. It's 3D. I didn't see it in 3D. I saw it on TV, I think, years ago. It's it's pretty crap. I'm gonna stick this in a rotten shit. Right, next up, we've got another George Romero one. And I'm gutted to say it's shit as well. It's Survival of the Dead, and this was his last ever movie. It just reminded me. It's about an island where people think that the zombies can be cured. It reminds me of a very basic episode of The Walking Dead, and it's pretty shit. And I'm going to put this in rotten shit. Okay, next up we got a British zombie movie called Colin. Now, this became famous because it was apparently the cheapest movie ever made, cost £45. Look, it's kind of bullshit. I know it might have cost £45, but a lot of filmmakers will do things for free. People will lend their services, they'll act for free, they'll use their equipment for free. So a lot of films can cost little. So, but it doesn't really cost £45 because the equipment still exists. The people work for free. It's not so it doesn't really count. It's not that good. It feels like a student movie, and it's pretty basic. I'm going to stick this in Cold Corpse. I do have respect for it because it's a filmmaker, trying something new, but not very enjoyable for me. Right, next up we got George Romero. We got Land of the Dead. Thank fuck for that. It's got elements that I don't like, but it's got great makeup, great kills. It got a great lead zombie called Big Daddy. Plenty of flaws I could talk about, but it's a great zombie movie. And I would stick this in Dead Good. I wish that was his last movie. Next up, we got Pontypool. Now, Look, there's a lot of love for this movie. I watched it when it first came out because I love zombies and people saying it's a masterpiece. I found it quite boring. I don't know where the love comes from. Look, maybe I should rewatch it, give it another chance. I don't know, but I found this very boring, very strange. I'm going to stick this in Cold Corpse. Right, next up we got Doghouse with Danny gonna say Danny Glover there. Danny Dyer. Um, and it's about a town where the women are infected, only the women are infected. The zombies are trying to kill the men. It's a comedy. It's trying to play off the Shaun the Dead sort of zombie British horror genre, but it's just not that good. I like Danny Dyer. I just don't like this movie. It's very, very naff, bad dialogue, not funny, and it's going straight into rotten shit. Okay, next up we've got Dead Snow. I'm not a huge fan of this movie. I watched it when it first came out. It's perfectly fine. I know people love it. I know people prefer the second one, but it never really appealed to me. But it's not a terrible film, so I'm going to stick this in slight decay, just to be kind. Right, next up we've got Day of the Dead, the remake. Now this was very confusing when it first came out because it came out a few years after Dawn of the Dead remake, and this one also stars Vin Rames. So most people, including myself, thought it was a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, Zack Snyder's, but it's not. It just happens to star Vin Rames again. It's crap. It shares very little to do with the original, which is fine, which is a good thing. But it's just not a very good zombie movie. These zombies are not just fast; they can kind of jump and climb, and they got like superpowers. It's pretty crap. It's going straight into rotten shit. Oh my god, there's a lot of films in rotten shit. That's why probably there was 30 movies. Most of them are crap. So we got 28 weeks later. I love this movie. A lot of people don't like this movie. I think they're too precious on the first one. It's a great film. I think people should go back and watch it because it's got some of the best moments in any zombie movie, and it's different to the first one. It's a very different, unique story. It's got a great opening, great action, great fucking cast. My God, I'm going to stick this in zombie heaven. I'm a big fan of this movie. Next up, we got 28 Days Later. Now, again, I prefer 28 Weeks Later. This is probably a better film because it's so iconic. This kind of started the zombie craze. That's why we got 30 in this list and not 10 like the previous decades. It's a great movie. It's very well acted, very disturbing. Don't like the ending, don't like the soldiers, but I'm gonna stick this in zombie heaven, definitely. All right then. Next up, we got House of the Dead. I haven't played the game. Um, I've no interest in computer games, but House of the Dead is a piece of shit. Could be the worst kind of mainstream zombie movie I've ever seen. But an island of the dead where there's a rave of the century. Oh, I can't even be bothered to talk about it. Avoid it. I haven't seen House of the Dead 2. That's why it's not on the list. It's meant to be even worse. I'm curious to see it. I don't understand how a film could be worse. This is going straight in rotten shit. Next up, we've got, yes, Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. Oh my fucking God, I love this movie. Could be the best zombie movie ever made. Bold statement. It's not my favorite zombie movie ever made, but this is a masterpiece. Forget that it's a remake, barely a remake. Think of it as a completely original movie. Pretend it's not set in a shopping mall. This is one of the greatest zombie movies ever, and I love it. It's going straight into zombie heaven. And last, we've got Shaun of the Dead, a British movie. Feels like it belongs to me since I'm Welsh, even though I never had anything to do with making it. This is Edgar Wright's masterpiece. It made Nick Frost and Simon Pegg big stars. It's Shaun of the Dead. Oh my God, what can I say about this movie? This is an absolute, I know I say masterpiece all the time. This is a masterpiece. I love this movie. It's gone straight into zombie heaven. Right. So as you can see, there's 4 movies in zombie heaven, 28 days, 28 weeks later, and Dawn of the Dead and Shaun of the Dead, rightly so. And in rotten shit, we've got loads. We've got Flight of the Living Dead, Resident Evil 2, Return of the Living Dead, 4, 5, Survival of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead 3D, fucking Doghouse, Day of the Dead. and House of the Dead. Oh my God, I'm sick of saying the word dead. Do you agree with my ranking? Drop a comment. And if you love zombies, please subscribe and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.